Good morning, boys and girls, again. It is Thursday, the 21st of January 2021, so let's get started. And we begin, as always, with our spellings. So we'll just read through them again and you can repeat them after me. Give, glad, grams, goes, gone, game, gate, goodbye, jogging, luggage, dragging, and giggle. And of course they go into our Thursday column. And hopefully then tomorrow, Friday, someone could maybe give you a little spelling test on your words. We carry on then with sounds in focus. And we're on to question 11, and it says, rewrite these words, these ones here, adding ed and ing, and then count the sounds in the new words. So the first step of that question then is to add ed and ing to each of these words. So the first one is done for you. Drag becomes dragged, and you'll see there you got your double G, which makes the one sound, which is another example of a digraph. Double G you'll need then as well for dragging, for plugged, plugging, and then we have gulped and gulping. You won't need a double P for that. So that's the first step then. Then you have to break it up into sounds, and you'll see they've done that for you. So we've got dragged here is split up into d, a, g, d. And you write these other words, breaking up the spellings as well. So dragging would look like this. I've done it for you just because I wanted to show you that ing is made up of two sounds. The I sound here, it goes on its own, and then the ng sound at the end. Then you have to count how many sounds there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You write the number of sounds here, and then the number of letters in the word here. So in terms of letters, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it has more letters than sounds. And you do the same for each of the other words as well. Then we move down to the challenge activity. It looks quite scary looking with all these sounds, but it's actually not as bad as it looks. There are mystery words here, and you have to try and find them. And part of each word is in each box. So for example, the word give here, they've chosen the g, the I, and the v sound, put them together to make give. You have to try and find what words are in the other boxes. So is it a double? It'll probably be a single G to start a word. Then choose one of these sounds and one of these to join together to make a word. So I'll give you a clue for these words just to help you out. So that second one then, the word that you will come up with means to get bigger. This one here. This one is a place where you might play outside. This one's hard to describe, but the root word of this word is get. The next one you stand on. And the last one is something you might do to keep fit. Moving on to our literacy then, and we're on plural sheet 2. Now yesterday we learned that to make something more than one, we can add an S onto it. So for example, the word book would become books. However, sometimes we have to add ES to a word to make it plural. And these are examples of some of the words where we have to add ES. So just like yesterday, we're going to pluralize our words. We're going to make them more than one, this time by adding ES, and then we're going to find the words in our word search. And as you can see, lashes there, the first one, has been done for you. So you try to find the others. And you can see a pattern here with quite a few of the words that often when they end in SH or CH, then they need an ES on the end. And then also if they end in a double S digraph or they end in an X, they also need ES on the end. Then we move on to our maths. And today in maths, we are looking at writing amounts in pounds and then writing them in pence as well. So question 1 says to write each amount in pounds and pence. So when you're writing in pounds and pence, you only use the pound sign. Remember what I was saying yesterday about not using the pound sign and the penny sign in the one amount. They can't be used together. So you'll see here in this first picture at the top here, David has 134 pence. So in pounds then, you would take the 100 pence, you would turn it into the pound, and then after the dot, you would have the extra 34 pence as well. So it would look like this, £1 34 pence. So 134 pence and £1 34 pence is the same amount of money. You've got your 100 pennies there, which make the pound, and then your other 34 pennies as well. So question 1 there, we have a little girl, and in her money box, she has 392 pence. We have to write that in pounds and pence. So it would look like this. You'd have your pound sign, then your £3, which is the 300 pennies that she had, and then her other 92 pence would go after the dot. And even though the question asks you to give an amount in pounds and pence, that does not mean that you put a P here. You don't. You only use the pound sign. And you would read that as £3 and 92 pence. And if you were hearing someone saying that in a shop, they would probably just say it quickly like, that's £3.92 please, which means £3 and 92 pence. Question 2 then asks you to work backwards, to work the other way around. It gives you pounds and pence, like this one here, £2.48, and they want you to write that as all pence. So as we know, the £2 is the same as 200 pennies, and then you have the 48 pennies as well. So altogether we have 248 pennies, 248 pence. Now you probably wouldn't hear someone saying that in a shop. They would probably say £2.48. But 248 pennies is exactly the same thing. Question 3 then shows you 4 money banks. And you have a blue one, a white one, a red one and an orange one. And on some of them the amounts are written in pounds and pence. And on some of them the amounts are written all in pence. And the question asks you, which bank has most money? So you can just write down the colour of the money bank with the most. And which bank has least money? Okay? So that is our maths for today. Boys and girls, you could also do your Grow in Love today if you have time. In school, usually we would do our Grow in Love on a Thursday, but you can just choose a time that suits you and your family. I will send a separate video on Class Story just explaining the Grow in Love for this week as well. Okay? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot to say as well, if you get a chance to do any accelerated reading, that would be great as well. Okay? I'm really going this time. Bye. Oh, I'm back again. And Some Dog. I forgot about Some Dog. Okay, I'm really going this time. Bye-bye.